Kia ora koutou. Welcome everybody to the championship game of the NZWIHL here at the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez, here with Paul Matthews. And yeah, I saw you guys on the chat. You were ready to go, so we figured we'd move up the time a little bit. Yeah, apparently a little scheduling snafu as far as the exact puck drop time. So 5:10 is the official time. What do we have right now? 4:55. So it may be a little bit here because we are going to see an ice resurface. And while we're at it, I may as well explain what's going on. I love the Olympia / Zamboni camera as much as anybody else. So we'll give you a little bit of action. And like I was saying on the chat, a lot of love for Robin. He's been here for as long as the building has. 41 years of Alpine Ice, and Robin had 41 years of Zamboni driving experience. He's got the afternoon off, but the thing is, we only have so many cameras, so the cameras will be used at the end of the evening. So we will miss those shots for a couple of periods. Paul, welcome to the show. Now that I got that administrative stuff out of the way, let's talk about some ice hockey here. It was an interesting show this morning. Tell us about that.
Yeah, no, it certainly was, and of course we're at the main event now. But the third, fourth playoff was an interesting game. As you know, the Dunedin Thunder women ended up winning it in extra time, so it did really come down to the wire, didn't it? And it was about halfway through the 5 minutes of 3-on-3 hockey that they managed to sink it, and it really just came down to numbers, as it often does on 3-on-3. They managed to get two players, as it was, to the opponent's net, pass it between them, and boom, it was in. So, yeah, they'll be happy with that finish. Inferno possibly a little bit less happy, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Jessica Ryle getting a rebound and just stomping that one home for the overtime winner, and that cemented the bronze medal for the Dunedin Thunder women. It's unfortunate they've actually had, for transportation reasons, they've had to leave already. They were going to stay here, but turns out they've had to jump on a van and get out. I don't know if it was weather or whatever, but nonetheless, we really enjoyed having them here in the building, and that was quite the bronze medal game. It took a little while to get going, but when it did, it was a defensive battle, that's for sure. So
yeah, that's right. And there are three of them remaining who said they're going to represent the rest of the team at the prize giving a little bit later. So Felicia Goyle and a couple of others. I think Lucy Thomas might still be around somewhere as well. So so they'll have a couple of them there. But yeah, as you say, most of them have headed back down south in the van. Perhaps worried about the old Kilmog. Gets pretty bad when it ices up a bit. So maybe not wanting to leave too late in the evening.
All true. So what that leaves us with is tonight's battle. And I think what's going to be most interesting is that we have had a lot of defensive play thus far in the playoffs, the 3 games that we've had so far. In my mind, that's about to shift quite a bit. I actually expect this to be a high-scoring game. I'm throwing that out there as an opinion, obviously, but I think the tide will turn and the goals will show up here on the board. But it all depends. So take us through a little bit about what you're feeling going into this final matchup with the team scoring leaders here, Paul.
Well, I think you're right there, and we've got some absolute shotguns, I guess you'd call them, on the rink here for this one. Burstein versus Blong. Horner Pascoe is out there as well. Lauren Eskenazi. Jamie Harris, Gabby Mills. I mean, these folks have been scoring goals all season, and they know how to get into position. They know how to score them. Jasmine Horner Pascoe, when you see her get cracking down the side and give it a little bit of space, she's away, and she's defied physics a couple of times that we've seen in this building actually earlier as well, where she takes a shot from seemingly behind the net and somehow manages to get it in. So yeah, there's some great shooters here, and I think you're right. That's the way it's going to go down. If either side doesn't come into it with that mentality, then I think they're going to be left behind.
Yeah, I don't think we normally talk defense wins championships and all of that kind of stuff, but I don't think that's necessarily the case today. I think it's it is the attitude of get on top quickly and stay there, because this is it is a 60 minutes to fame on this, basically, and you only get one shot. This is a game 7.
Yeah, that's right. And the reality is that the quality of some of these shooters and players, the defence will do a great job, and they've done a great job in many games over the regular season as well. But some of these athletes, once they get going, they're going to be hard to stop. So yeah, the strategy has to be sinking them down the other end.
Well, with that, we're going to probably take a couple of minutes here just to enjoy the artwork that is the Zamboni while we can. The teams have gone through their warm-ups. This is the final ice cut prior to the game. But we, like I said, because of the scheduling snafu, we wanted to make sure we got on air and said something about that. And Blong versus Burstein, and we'll see that shortly. So we will come back in just a little bit to let's see, we're just waiting for some lighting here. So in a couple of minutes, we'll come back on air, but in the meantime, we'll just play the old elevator hold music or whatever, and come back once the players hit the ice. So we'll wait like they are and come back and join you soon. Thanks, everybody.
welcome back to Alpine Ice. We're just about to get started here. Matt Chavez has just popped downstairs to sort out a minor technical difficulty, but he'll be back any moment now. Referee and officials just checking the state of the ice at the moment, make sure it's certainly solid, which it's looking pretty good. And off they go to their respective ends. A little bit of a chat between the teams, or amongst the teams before they get going.
Hi, Paul.
How are you?
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, we run a very integrated scoring system, and we needed to get the right one on the screen.
Yep.
So there we go. I'm a little out of breath. I don't know about you, but
what you probably don't realise watching the stream is we're actually up at the top of a quite tall piece of scaffolding, if it's so we can touch the roof, and Matt's just had to zoom all the way down and then all the way back up again. So that's why he's just catching his breath. But yeah, it's a great view from up here, I must say. It's we're right beside the camera, so we're getting a very similar view to you, maybe slightly wider. But otherwise it's a bit of a march up the ladder.
well, thank you to the chat for the. Well, I'm kind of glad we came and talked to you first. That was good because now we get to start with the action here. First period about to start between the Steel and the Wild, the NZWIHL championship game underway, and it is Richmond with the puck to Hidvegi. That goes around the corner. Good chance. Oh, and it's a goal.
Wow,
that was a strange one, but it bounced up, hit the goalie's shoulder pad. She never had anything that she knew about it, and over it went as Pulse saw it off the shoulder. You see it here on the replay. Bounces, she tries to shoulder it up, and it actually kind of fires it back into the goal.
So first goal about 17 seconds in, I believe, from when it goes through. We'll see what the official time is in a minute, but seemed about that.
That was quick for the Auckland Steel, and they are not messing around today. As the Golden Cup on the line, the Wild will feel a bit shell-shocked here. And here comes Burstein. Burstein, the 4-goal scorer yesterday. Burstein all on her own. Burstein with a shot just left of the pipe. Only goes out to the point. Comes in and turnover to the Steel. Wild now have it. Thurston for a moment. And now back to neutral. McLean moving it forward and going for the change. That goes around to... didn't get the number on. Oh, that's Shields from there. All right, I didn't know why it said 13, but it didn't. Lawrence getting it away from the boards. Wild with it. Give it up to Patron. Bit of a wild bouncing puck there. And it's going to go a little bit deeper. Bennett is going to chase this one down. Bennett gets a hold of the puck from Patron. That allows for a wild change. Swept backwards. Auckland Steel looking to get that to Horner Pascoe and get started with the offense again. Goes to Blong. Blong, the goals and assists leader for the entire NZWIHL. And now Richmond has the puck behind the net. That goes up the right side. It's Blong again. Blong still has it, holds up at the blue line, takes a shot up and over the crossbar. Dangerous one as the Wild kind of folded back into where the dot was, leaving Blong a long but open shot through the slot. And now Weeks chops at it. Stays with the Steel shot. That goes left, goes into the corner. Askenazi leaving it for Hidvegi. Hidvegi with a shot. It was nearly tipped in. Murray with a good chance. Ashkenazi. Down deep and a shot. I think it was Murray again on that slapper. Hidvegi throwing it deep. Thomas. And it comes out to Richmond. They're going to have to change, but they keep possession of it. They go in the zone. Ashkenazi holds up. Gets it to Malari on the backhand, though. She's going to have to circle back. Hidvegi. Throws it deep. And the rest of the Wild trying to dig it out there in the corner. Orr has position, but the Steel jump in on it. Shields with it, takes a shot, glove save. And a good time to get a stop there for the Wild.
Yeah, and I think as you said at the start of this game, or just before this game started, quite a different style of game we're seeing here. A goal within the first 17 or 18 seconds. Then you saw Burstein, of course, get hold of the puck and try to return the favour down the other end. This is a high-paced game. Great start.
And we'll get started again at the face-off dot. Dumped out. Burstein's chasing this one down. McLean's going to get there first. Goes halfway, and Harris pinches it in for a moment. Gets it back. Low shot, not deflected. Knocked away. Easy save. Long rebound. That one bounced through. McLean nearly got a skate on it. It was a dangerous bouncer. And now it's out high to Harris. Shot. Rebound. Shot. Thurston can't get anything on that, and it goes into the corner. Spinning puck and some physicality here. A penalty coming up, and it will be on the Wild, and it looks like Burstein's going to go for a hold. No, it is interference is the call, and it will be against Bennett's. So, no, it is Burstein, yes.
Yeah, this Burstein, and yeah, a little bit of pushing and shoving after that. Of course, as you'd expect, there's a high-stakes game here. They're all very keen to get the upper hand at this stage of it, especially. So I don't think there's too much in the way of anger there. I think it's just people not taking a step back.
And the linesman found the puck, and he's going to drop it there. Wild rip it off the glass. Horner Pasco has it at the short point here. Walks it, goes over the blue line. One-timer goes behind, off target. Shot, save as Pulse gets across the crease. And an important save as the Steel are up 1-0, trying to make it 2. Blong with a low pass. Tried to get it to Horner Pasco, but the lane was blocked. And now Horner Pasco goes back to Blong. Shot high and right off the glass. Does not stay in. They're going to have to reset here. Patron has the puck. Minute 22 to go. And the Steel still with the puck. They're going to go around the net. Pass to Horner Pasco from Ashkenazi. Across, and a sitter just missed by Patron. Blong with it now at the blue line. Passes it low. Horner Pasco with a shot. It hits netting, but it was the outside of the net. Back to Blong. Blong walking it in. A very passive square here. And stop and a save and a hold by Pulse. Just holding on and getting to 48 seconds left in this power play for the Steel.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure being applied by the Steel in this case. Both teams have been very active with the puck up until this last sequence of play. Now, of course, with the power play, the Steel are really trying to make that 2.
That gets controlled by the Steel, but it's going, well, it does stay in. Shields has it. Looked for all the world that it was going to kind of spin away, but went left along the line and stays in. Fortunate for the Steel. At the half boards now, out to Malari. Jones gives it back. Malari rips one shot. That goes off the padding. Chest save, and that puck goes the distance. It'll be Malari picking it back up, and it's Mills on the forecheck. We may doubles on the forecheck, and they pinch that puck a little bit. It's going to cost them a bit of time here, and it will expire the penalty right about now. Back to 5-on-5, and a good sequence for the Wild to not go down early by 2 goals. Puck dumped in, Burstein on the forecheck again, and Bennett overplaying that a little bit, trying to make sure they don't give up too much of a player advantage as they go down the ice. They get away with it there, but that's clearly the outlook that the Wild have. They're going to jump the plays here in forecheck. Oh, and a big hit. That couple players tripped up, and that is Bennett, who's down on the ice once again. That is a rough one. Horner Pascoe basically taking her legs out from under her. They were just skating in different directions, and this one, she is okay. I was concerned about that one, but Bennett's needed some time, then popped up, and we'll head to the bench.
Yeah, certainly a much more physical game than we've seen this weekend, isn't it? I think the last three, they've hit their moments, and certainly there's been parts of the games that have been played at this sort of pace and this sort of physicality, but we've seen something quite different here.
Orr with it, passes it off the wall. Mills can't handle that speedy pass off the boards. Helmrich with it now. Steal for the steal in front. Well, I didn't mean to say it that way, but there it was. I had to do it once this weekend. Anyway, Mills with it, and the Wild get it away. That goes against the backboards there. Hidvegi playing it into the corner, turns around. Wild have 5 inside the blue here, trying to keep possession, and it's Orr playing the defense. Askenazy on that forecheck, but Orr being trusted with the puck here. Spins it backwards, and the Wild have to reset. And you look at the Steele doing the same thing, getting 4 up on the forecheck. It works for them. Shield still has it. And I think that is the difference, Paul. We'll talk about that in a bit. Orr has it off the half boards. Flipped back in by Keefe. Rolling around, Malari trying to get a shot away. Does. Oh, that's a tricky one. It was a glove save. Shot and goal. That does go in off the rebound. There was an initial glove save, but Pulse could not hold on to it, and they stuff it home to make it 2-0. Auckland Steel.
And you see the replay here from the overhead in a second as well. You can see the puck pop in there, but here we go.
Yeah, that, we'll take a look at this angle. It bobbled kick, and it is a goal.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a tough one because it was in the glove and then it wasn't. And a great job by the referee crew by not calling that one dead early. Give them a shout just as much. Blong with it now. Blong with a shot, 5-hole. Big rebound again. And the Wild caught off guard a little bit here. Puck goes back into the defensive zone, caught by Patron, walks it right back in. Burstein's gonna have to jump in and grab that puck. She's knocked away. Keith out there now to Blong. Long shot into Horner Pascoe. What a shot off the one-timer. Hits the upper left corner, making it 3-0 Auckland Steel. They are starting to run away with this one.
Yeah, we're not even halfway through the first period, and already we've got 3 on the board. So they haven't come here to muck around. They've come here to secure their advantage and their victory early on here.
Yeah, Harris losing her defensive assignment there for just a split second, and Horner Pascoe making no doubts about that one. Just ripping it and making it 3-0 in favor of the Auckland Steel. Steel come in the zone. Malari with it for a moment. Askenazy on that fight as well. Hidvegi ends up with it, dump and chase. It's going to go back to the Wild. Orr has it. Orr going into the corner, trying to pass it out of the zone to Mills. Instead, that goes past Richmond and out to neutral ice. And a miss there by Richmond. She fanned on it, and it almost turned into a goal. But just as quickly, Thomas whacking it down the ice, and going for a change is the Auckland Steel. They get fresh players out. It only goes as far as Ricky McLean there. That goes sent right back in behind the goal, and the Wild having a hard time getting out of their back third right now. Shields gives it up. Malari with a shot, doesn't get through. And that's Burstein with it. She gets it taken off her stick. Malari. And a shot. Pulse with a save as she puts a glove on it and gets a stop in play. It's halfway through, Paul.
Halfway through period one, yeah, it's crazy. It's an absolute nightmare start really for the Wild. When they've had the puck and they've had a bit of space, they've looked pretty dangerous. You know, it hasn't been all one way, but by the same token, they've been pinned down there for a while now, and you know, they've managed to sink through really.
A shout to Everett over in the press box, playing shots, because that's what it feels like at the moment. Guime with it for a split second, and that gets turned around. And it's Horner Pascoe hopping over the puck there, but just in time, Harris pulls it away. Around the board we go on that one. That's going to get out of the zone, and a 1-on-2 with Guime putting it into the corner. And now Mills in front. That pass was knocked aside at the last second. And it had to be, because that was looking good for the Wild there for a moment. Horner Pascoe over the blue line, looking up. She's all alone, 1-on-4, takes the shot, and has a good quality shot. Glove on that puck, and we get a stop. Paul, it looks like in both cases, the forecheck is king today as far as just getting defensive pressure as deep as possible, and it's working both ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Puck drop, Burstein has it. Burstein circling. Burstein out skating everybody. Burstein goes over the line, gives it to Thurston, shot. That's deflected away. Lawrence gets it back to Burstein. Held in by Helmrich. Helmrich with a long shot, doesn't get through, hits a defender. And that's gonna turn back to Orr. Orr throws it in. Changes on both sides. Burstein still out there trying to steal that away. Askenazi has it, holds it, pressured, and then cross ice goes, puck goes to Jones. Jamie Jones takes it in, holds on to it, still skating around the backside, looking for some help. Passed through the slot, didn't connect. Goes to Keefe. That goes around the boards. Visiting us, Keefe has her grandfather here in the building today. Happy birthday to him. Promised a shout out, so there you go. And now it is the Wild looking to get out of their own zone. Once again, having a hard time, but this time they escape. And there's a chance here. Bennett's hustling down, tries to get a shot. It's just pushed aside, but a good chance, and she gets another shot there. Bennett's fighting two players off in order to do that, and the puck stays near the blue line, comes back in. Sangster getting some time out there now as Jones throws it around past Malari. Styles pinned into the corner. Malari gets it out, and that's tipped by Keefe. But she's going to get out skated by Guime, and that will be an icing against the Auckland Steel and moving that puck to the other side.
Yeah, so even though the Steel have been absolutely rampaging for this first period, you know, it's likely we'll settle down at some stage, and you see Wild now having an opportunity, down for getting ready for the restart after that icing. All they need to do is slot one in here, and the momentum will start to change again, but right now it's certainly all Steel.
Puck drops, and Patron has it for the Steel. Rips it around to Malari, and Malari tries to dump it out of the zone. Now it's going to go the long ways. Played by the goaltender. And Helmrich has it. Sent around the boards. Stays in. Shot. Patron with a good one. Now it's sitting in the high slot. They couldn't do anything with it. Wild have it now. Steele looking for a couple of changes. Steele steal it. I did it again. Horner Pasco with it up the left side. Holds on to it and can't get a shot away. This one's going to go out of the zone. And Burstein all alone. Burstein has a shot here. Goal! Burstein with the first of the night for the Wild. Kelly Burstein, an absolute beast this weekend. And she is off telling her team, this thing ain't over yet.
And dare I say it, the Wild bench has gone wild. They've leapt to their feet when that one went in. Exactly what they needed to do to counter the momentum and the energy that the Seal have been throwing at them. Still sitting at 3-1, but they're mounting their comeback. Speaking
of shouts, Burstein's family over in Minnesota, the state of hockey, will be thrilled about that one. So thank you all for watching from the States. We appreciate it. And that puck goes deep into the Steel defensive zone. Harris, and now Burstein gets it back, flips it through the crease, but nobody was there. And now the Steel break out. Thomas trying to chase this, but it'll be Harris getting there first for the Wild. Skates around the goal and waits. Looking for an outlet, gives it to Burstein. They're 2-on-2 here. Another chance. Burstein goes through, but it is Richmond getting a poke check just in time to avoid any type of velocity towards the goal. And now the Steel break that out. They go for some changes rather than a hard chance. And really, and a goal! No. Absolutely mistaken. And I don't understand, did that come in and out? It looked like a goal, guys. I don't know, but we'll see here. Hopefully we have that on replay. We'll get back to it in just a minute.
Yeah, it absolutely looked like it went in and out from here.
And it's a penalty, roughing. So can we see that one again here as that goes through? We have a shot. She drops it. Puck, no, it hit post.
Wow, yeah,
it
from
did.
This angle, it looked like it went right around the hole.
Yes.
And out again, but yeah.
It sure did look like it. And that is the problem with instant replays and things like that. It's, you see it in real time, and then you see it again and you say, oh, hey, that didn't look like that. But it did look exactly like a goal. And instead, we end up with a penalty against Lawrence, number 17 of the Wild, and it will be a power play for the Steel. Pass across the way. Horner Pasco with a shot. That one-timer. Good positioning by Pulse. Another one-timer. Good block. I don't know that she saw much of it before it hit her, but it was a blocker save. Now Blong. And the shooting gallery begins here in earnest. The 1-3-1 active for the power play. Ripped from a distance. Pulse with it, and that does count. That one gets redirected as the rebound came out a little bit too much, and it was whacked right back in the goal. That makes it 4-1. Auckland Steel back to a 3-goal lead. There's the rebound.
Yeah, certainly no doubt about that.
Yeah, Askenazi. Let's see it here. So Askenazi is going to fall back and chop at it there and gets it. That is just a hard-working goal. Somebody putting themselves in the right position to get a rebound like that. Paid off big time for Askenazi. Shields now. 4-1 the score here in the most prolific period of the tournament, as far as scoring is concerned anyways. Back to Wime. Wime with it. Wime trying to pass that. Doesn't quite get enough on it. Steel come back the other direction. Oh, and a good hit. That is going to, maybe not a good hit, a big hit. And we're going to get a call against Stiles. I think that was Malari that got hit. We'll see this on replay, but Stiles goes off, and it will be yet another penalty against the Wild. She hits her quite squarely. Didn't get that one as in focus as we'd want, but it's another power play for the Auckland Steel. up 4-1. And 4 minutes to go here. They'll get at least half of what's remaining on the advantage. Corner pass go out high, gives it up. Malari gives it back to Blanc. Patron knocks it down. And Burstein flips it away. Obviously no icing on a penalty kill here for Burstein, so that's why she got rid of it. And Patron brings it in the zone. Low shot, deflected. Askenazi out to Blanc. Blanc sends it away. Corner pass go through the crease, shot and a goal. Another one by Patron. And Brooke Patron going straight into the top shelf to make it 5-1 Auckland Steel. That deflection, goaltender can't find where it's going to go, and we're going to get a change now. Wickman is out. Wickman is going to go into goal. Pulse is going to step out of goal for now.
Well, yeah, 5-1 now, I believe.
5-1.
5-1 on
They'll switch it here in a second, I promise.
Yeah.
So that puck goes to the back end there. We might have, it may be a score bug thing. We've been dealing with that for a little while here, so maybe that's the cause, but it's, at least the clock's running. It is 5-1, promise. And now it's McLean with the puck. There's the 5, as promised. In front, chance there for the Wild for a moment. And now Harris throwing it in low off the backboards. Nobody home on the other side, and it'll be the Steel trying to get it out. They do. Bennett sends it across the ice. More or less a pass to Thomas in that respect. In front, chance. Oh, and a close one, and that did not take long to challenge Wickman. The puck's still alive here. Hidvegi with it. Thomas. Wild trying to get that out. Weeks playing that around the corner here. Hidvegi up against the boards. And as they try to dig it out, the Steel managed to keep possession for the time being. Now it's Bennett with it. Bennett's ripping it out. Hidvegi down low. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Malari. And it'll be Harris to chase that down in the near corner. That's past halfway. Goes out of the zone with Thurston, but that's swatted back by Hidvegi. And the Steel take over possession again. Malari going for the dump and chase. And it's Patron to chase that one down for the Steel. She does exactly that, goes halfway out. And at center ice, Keefe throws it to Long. Long skates around. Corner Pasco gives it back to Richmond. Richmond going in the zone, going deep, going behind the goal. Looking to pass that out. Long at the high slot, passes it to Horner Pasco. It bounced over her stick, so she couldn't get anything towards the goal. And now Richmond's going to chase it down for the Steel with Burstein right behind her. Long over the center ice line, shot, and glove save by Wickman. And that's 2 saves for Wickman that she needed to be really hyper aware coming into a game like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got to say about Pulsar, of course, what the numbers don't say, it says, 15 shots? No, yeah, 15 shots on, 5 through. They don't talk to the quality of those shots, though, and with one, I think, exception, they were very strong shots, very difficult to defend.
Stick save goes into the corner here. Goes out of the zone, and it's chopped away by Mills. And now Bennett has it. Bennett comes in the zone. Skating around the goal, trying to poke away at it, but Patron doing a better job defensively and taking it away. Up off the board, swatted back down by the Wild. That hand pass was cleared, and that is the horn for the first period. 6 goals scored, Paul. 5 of them for the Wild. Or excuse me, 5 of them for the Steel, 1 for the Wild, and that was a Wild period. That is what I was thinking, because it was in my head. That's by far an offensive display that was not on display yesterday when the Steel were playing against the Inferno. So pretty good first period for the Steel.
Yeah, very different tactics, I think, being applied to this game. Of course, it helps when you get the first one in within the first few seconds of the game.
Yes, it does.
But even after that, they could have sat back at that point and said, righto, that gives us one, let's work our way to the next. But they didn't give an inch. They kept at it, kept firing, got another one through. Steel, of course, Wild tried to respond a couple of times. Got a good couple of shots on, to be fair, but yeah, it was certainly Steel all the way, wasn't it?
It sure was. So we're not going to grind on about it too much. We're just going to jump to the intermission. We're going to go for about 11 minutes and allow for the ice cleaning and come back for second period action. I don't think we have an interview, correct, Paul?
There was some talk of one, but,
okay.
but no, I don't believe we do, no.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It's one of those things on championship games, they don't really feel like talking much. Anyway, can't blame them. And that's about as much of the Olympia as you're going to get, so take it in, and we will see you in about 11 minutes for the second period action. Championship game here for the NZWIHL. It is Steel 5, Wild 1.
Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it up. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up, and one more for us. There. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it up. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Oh, you gotta love that. Well, apparently the video didn't quite come back, but that's okay, because the best part is when the players get a chance to say hello to everybody. Paul, what a period that was. I should do it properly here. Welcome back to the show. It is the second period coming up here at the Alpine Ice. It is the NZWIHL Golden Cup Championship, and it is a 5-1 lead for the Auckland Steel over the Wakatipu Wild. Paul, that was an offensive explosion in that first period, and it went all the way through. And I'd love to look at the summary of all the goals, because like you said, just 17 seconds in, they scored.
Yeah, that's right. And there's no other word for it. They absolutely rampaged through that period. I'd say that's, well, they've got it at 19:39.
21 seconds. There you go.
Yeah, but it was about 17, I think, by my count at the time. But we'll go by the official time, 19:39. So very quickly scored, and of course that was followed a few minutes later by another one. Heather Shields getting one through Orna Pesco. So yeah, you can see from the run through that it really was Steel all the way. They did manage to get one back on the Wild side, so you know this game's not over. And watching them come in as well, you know, you can see there's a bit of a festive mood on the Steel bench, but the Wild, they're focused. They're still in this game.
And a chance there quickly for the Wild as the puck matriculates down towards that left side for us on the screen. The long benches and the changeover for the second period, or touch that one. Askenazy's going to get to it first. And passed. And a chance in front on the clean ice. McLean throwing it back in. That was offsides. They'll have to tag up. But quickly, 2 offensive chances, 1 for each team here. And it's Hidbegi behind the goal. And we'll talk about it a little bit more, but penalties were also part of the story in the first. McLean gets her pass knocked away. Wild with a chance. Lawrence with a shot. Good glove save. At that last moment, just trying to, well, really just keep everything in front of Henry here.
Yeah, they tried to take it in from the side, but she saw it coming and was ready for it. Straight into the glove.
Styles pushing that close. A chance for Burstein. A good shot, but a positional save. And Henry took one off the mask, it looked like. Now a butterfly save and moves it into the corner with a kick. Styles holding it in. And now Shields looking to get it out, gives it up. Still having a little bit of a hard time, just like the Wild getting out defensively, and now Thurston has the puck for the Wild. Poor pass off the boards as it doesn't come out. And that one will, but it will go to Patron and then McLean. And it's Horner Pasco going to jump in front of this as she came off the bench right into the play and nearly got a breakaway out of coincidence there. Sent around. Rosser holds it in. Comes back out. Weeks has it. Weeks holds up a moment, then it's dump and chase into the far corner. Patron gets there first, stays in the zone as it hits the skates. But now the Steel have the puck. They're trying to move it in with Horner Pasco. She passes, it goes in, and they set up. Long with a shot, deflected off Orr's stick, hits the boards. Comes out a little bit hard, goes into the corner. Patron trying to get it in front. That one goes right at Wickman, who stops that one for an easy save, but a well-needed break.
Yeah, that's right, and Wild are doing everything they need to be doing. They're getting out there, they are getting the puck and taking their shots on. They're against a pretty formidable Steel opponent, though.
And that puck comes out of the zone. It's the Steel tracking it down. Passed out to Askenazy. Hidbegi throws it in. Murray with a shot. Kick save, big rebound. Richmond throws it low or has it. Flips it. Where is the puck? It is between their feet. Askenazy grabs it. Goes out to the point. Richmond holds it down for a moment, or Hidbegi holds it down for a moment. But now it flies away. Clark sending it. Goes in the zone. Wild with it for a moment. Mills flips it, but it goes to the Steel here. Picked up by Thorne. Thrown out. Was that Thorne? No, it wasn't. That was Thomas, excuse me. A little bit down the depth chart there. I knew something was up. Burstein getting her stick chopped away there. Contains it. Gives that pass, and oh, it's nearly redirected by Lawrence comes back out. Backhanded shot. Thurston's going to get there. Sustained offensive pressure, and that's a high stick. That was playing that out legally in that case. Malari with it. Good move by Malari, getting around Harris. And up the side, Burstein goes, trying to get that pass to herself, but Malari skates into the zone where that puck was gonna get knocked into and takes it away, negating that one. Now Burstein taken down by Jones. And Burstein letting the referee know that she didn't care for that. And I don't blame her in that case, because it does look like it looked bad. But again, we're not ice level seeing that, so you can tell a lot more when you're down close, that's for sure. Long with a deflected shot, hits the glass. Corner pass goes, shot by Blong, and just missed there. There was no time to react to that. And another deflection, shot, and goal. Hunter Pascoe with the redirect, and that makes it 6-1 to the Auckland Steel.
Yeah, that's right. We should note it at the start, actually. Richmond has stayed in the net. But this one went straight over his shoulder by the looks. Here's the replay from behind the
Yeah, this
goal.
is going to be the telling one for sure. You'll see her come across here, and that little flip was just enough.
Yeah. Put it slightly off its trajectory, just enough to slip down past the goalkeeper.
Askinazy's going to stay out there. A couple of discussions in front of the bench.
We need to lower a mic down, don't we?
Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I've had that discussion before. We're not going there again, but the things that are said would be so interesting at times, but instead you're left to interpret, which may actually be better in some ways. But anyway, Askinazy has the puck after the faceoff, goes down the left side and gets chopped, and she skates around. Uime trying to pull that away from her. Uime does just that. Hidbegi can't hold it in at the line. Has to chase back for it. Thomas with a pass. Askinazy over the line. Good defense there by the Wild, or with a good chance at chopping it away. And then that puck comes out to the Wild. Wild dump and chase. Henry leaves it. And we go around the side here. Harris, shot, deflection, and that was a big rebound as Henry didn't get a chance to kind of close a glove on it or make any kind of stopping activity, and that means that the puck continues to wander around here at neutral. It's in the zone for the Wild for a moment. Now it comes out. Thurston had to play it away. That pass from Harris off of another player. And now Burstein with it. Burstein cutting through two players, taking it away. Kicks it to herself. Now it goes to Malari as that passing lane got closed up. It stays in. Stiles keeping it in at the point. Shot. Oh, and a dangerous one in front. Rebound, shot, and a goal! And it looks like another goal for Burstein, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, it'd be good to look at the rebound. I thought Burstein was in behind it, but I couldn't say for absolute certainty.
No, it is not. That was Jamie Harris with that goal. You'll see it here as she comes in and slams it home.
Yeah, she did very well getting to that, actually. The defense were closing in on it, and certainly looked like they were going to get there first, but she managed to stick to it and just get the right angle. Get around our goaltender.
Lots of goals today, Paul. Lots of goals.
Lots of goals. Yeah, you called it right. Exactly what we're seeing here is really a bit of a goal fest, and it's a bold strategy, but let's see how it works out for them.
It's going to work out for somebody. And that puck gets to Blong. Warner Pascoe brings it back in the zone. 3 chase. Long there first. Long skating around. Long still with it. Holds. Leaves it. Patron with a long shot. Rebound. And it goes into the corner. Patron sending it low. Corner Pasco with a good move there. Great hands. And Rosser with it at the high point. Goes back to the blue line shot. That one goes way up. Long with a quick shot there. I think everybody nearly missed that one, including myself. That hit a stick and goes up into the netting behind to get a stop in play. But boy, that was a risky one.
Yeah, I suspect it would have hit the roof if the netting wasn't at that side. It was certainly hitting straight up, wasn't it?
It went up quickly, and that had a lot of power on it. To be able to turn like that is world class. Shields loses that one to Mills. Mills takes it up the right side. Jones on her horse goes and picks that one up. Bit of a hook there, but no call as the stick actually came out. So it's not really a hook if you don't have the hooking device. And now Malari with it. Shot, kick save, rebound into the left side. Steele trying to get some sort of a give and go. That clearly has worked very well for them today. We met with it, getting it across the ice. Clark. Thurston now. Thurston sends it in. That glove is still on the ice over there. We get a stop in play. Henry holds on to it, and we are still at 6-2 with the Auckland Steel up 4 in this championship game.
Yeah, somebody's missing a glove, but we can't quite tell. It's Mills. It was Mills' glove by the looks of it.
Glove and
on the bench now, yeah.
Glove and a stick and a yard sale there. They drop the puck. That one bounces like a bouncy ball there for a moment. Or throws it low. Picked up by the Steel. It's Askenazy with it. Gives it up. Now goes to Malari. Back to Askenazy. Over the line. Shot. That one rings out and goes out of play. That was deflected. It'll be an offensive zone face-off, but that was another close one for the Steel.
Yeah, it looked like it was off her Bookman's glove, I think. But
yeah.
let's see it here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, glove and then the top of the net. So
yeah, that one falls under the just enough category because that was a ripper of a shot. Shout out to Australians for that. Askenazy wins that one, but that goes out of the zone quickly. It'll be a chase. Hideki is not prepared, and Stiles gets there first by out-skating her. Still showing a lot of heart here are the Wild. Just not able to close out some of these chances they've had. Off the boards, kicked away. Hideki gets rid of it. Up to Murray. Askenazy goes into the board. Stiles has it. Harris. They'll leave it behind for Tunnicliffe. Might be the first time I've seen her tonight. Harris. Burstein with a chance there. And that's whipped around over to Patron. Wimay overplays that defensively. Helmrich. Stolen away by Keith. Up to Blong. Blong leaves it behind. It's still onside. Keith can't play it. Goes out to neutral. And that one goes up and in. Yeah, apparently into netting that they have to stop play for there. It might have hit the board coming down or whatever the local rules are here. You get relief and stick length to drop it, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, phenomenal pace of this game into period 2 as well. 24 shots on from the Auckland Steel, 9 to the Wild. You see Wild fighting their way back into this.
McLean throwing it in. Malari going deep, and it is Helmrich with it now, sending it around the boards to Shields. Shields throws it through the crease. Nobody home. Malari picks it up on the goal line. 3 on that right side for the Steel. Good move there by Shield. And Shield's shot was a very carefully planned one. It was interesting. She took 3 steps, and you could see she had an idea. It almost worked. Jones with it now. Jones passing it. And that's kicked back to Shields. McLean picks it up. It's good to see her back on the ice after the injury she suffered. Passed forward. Murray. Murray sending it around. Askenazi digging it out, and now it's Burstein. Burstein off the boards. Goes out halfway. And now Thomas is going to play it, send it in. Helmrich goes behind, or has it now. Back to Helmrich. Burstein can't play it because it fell forward from her. And now Helmrich's stuck in the corner. Askenazi holding on to it. Not sure who got a hold of that one first. I want to say it was Murray, and it just slides gently into Wickman's glove.
Yeah, didn't quite get a stick to it. It's would have been a phenomenal shot from that position, but as I say, didn't quite get a stick to it and drifted in, not posing much of a challenge to Wickman in goal.
And now the Wild have it after the face-off, looking to get it out of the zone. Harris is harassed by Horner Pascoe, and they take it away for a moment. Bennett now has it, looking to get it out of the zone still. But with 4 on the forecheck, this has been consistently applicable for the Steel, and it has worked very well. Good shoulder check by Patron against Bennett. Now Blong. Weeks kind of holding on to her for a moment, but spinning her around. We play on. Goes to Horner Pascoe. That's hemmed in for a moment. We may trying to dig that out. I see 6 players over there now. It is a very snug fight for that puck, and now it all comes out and goes the other way. We may with it, loses it. Long now with it. Long on the red line. Sends it past Horner Pascoe. And the Steel go for a change. Just under 7:30 to go here. That puck's going to go the length of the ice. I think we're going to get an icing out of it if Jones wins the race, and she does. Icing called against the Wild. So they hold everybody on the bench for that. And a face-off coming with 7:11 to go in this one. Championship game, a 4-goal lead by the Steel. And Paul, it looks like, I mean, we can talk about this, but the Wild need shots here.
Yeah, they do, and it's good good for them to get the 2 across. That's kind of made it still a tough game, but makes them feel as though they're still in this, but really they need another 1 or 2 to really get back into this.
McLean hits the ice, and her and Clark go at it, and it is a hand pass that is eventually called. If I'm not mistaken, Ricky McLean, firefighter, is that right? Not sure on that one.
Yeah, no, not.
I'm always impressed to find out what these players do outside of their ice time. It's always interesting.
Yeah. Well, a really interesting one is Wickman, of course. She has been skating the equivalent of 3 marathons this year to raise money for the Heart Foundation. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thurston trying to get that away, but it is Askenazi with the puck going in that left side and getting around on the board side. Backhand doesn't go her way. Stays with her, gets to Richmond now. Lawrence trying to whack it out to Burstein. Burstein has it now one-on-one. Burstein right up the ice, cuts, shot, and oh, that is so close. Hit the glove, trickled behind, looked good for a few seconds, and just goes to the left. Off the back wall, and a stop there by Henry. And boy, was that close to making it 6-3.
Yeah, here's a replay of it. You can see it coming up. 1 to beat. Gets around here, straight to... Oh, wow.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bennett's to take this one. You'll look for her to pull it back to her left. Can't get a hold of it though, and it is the Steel that control off that face-off. Stolen away by the Wild, for a moment anyways. Patron with it. Harris sends it low. This stays in. Styles doing the work. Shot. Kick save off to the right. And a bit of a takedown there. Some noise in the crowd. Weeks with it. Goes behind the goal line. Passes it back out. Bennett's with a shot. That's deflected by Blong. Good defense there. Passed out to the blue line. Shot. Played into Bennett's, and that is a hand pass, is what that was. As it went through, there was a bit of a swat as it was kind of in that high slot area. And next player to play it was the Wild, so they'll get a face-off just outside the zone.
Another interesting fact about Wickman, I alluded to it yesterday actually, but she is the goalie who sings musical theatre numbers when she hasn't had much to do for a little while to keep her head in the game. So that was Wickman. I couldn't remember which one it was who had mentioned that. But
actually see her singing over there now.
Yeah.
She's absolutely rocking out. Anyway, she's only given up one so far this in the last 25 minutes, so she's been doing all right. Malari with the hockey stop.
It's whatever works, isn't it?
It is whatever works. It always is. McLean sending it low back to Malari, but she gets that pass taken away from her. Off the boards. A couple of chops there. We may not able to hold on to it. They're trying to get it back quickly. Bothers Shields. And now the long pass ends up with Hemrick. Helmrich, why am I having a hard time with Helmrich? I don't know. Anyway, didn't last time. Mills with a shot. And looking for that rebound on the other side was the assistant captain, Winay. But that did not come out of Henry's glove that time. And that gets a stop in play.
Yeah, it never quite looked like going in, but you're right. If that rebound had come, then it might have been a different story.
Yeah, that's one of those shots just strictly for a rebound, shooting it at the wrist. They drop the puck, and it is Richmond with it for the Steel. She gives it up. And that pass comes back out to Askenazy. Shields. Oh, Thomas, sorry. Kicked away. Thomas's shot from that tough angle. Now Burstein has it. Pops back out to the Steel. Does that stay in? It is judged to have stayed in. Thomas sending it. And that goes into the corner. Thurston there. Thurston goes down. Styles. And the puck just gets back and forth a little bit, but Lawrence sends it over to Harris. Steel caught on a change here. Harris with it, drop pass, and kick out. And Horner Pasco has a chance here on her side. She holds up looking for the pass, and now Harris gets taken down. That is going to be an interference call coming up against the Steel as Horner Pasco jumped all over. Oh, it's actually going to be called a tripping call, which, whatever. It is a call nonetheless. No, it's not interference because the puck was nearby, so that's my mistake. It is correct. That is a tripping call for sure. Not that I ever doubted them. It's just you see it in real time, and it just looked like the puck wasn't there. But anyway, Wimay is going to take that face-off for the Wild. They're down 4 goals here with 3:28 to go, and a power play for the Wild could go a long ways towards making this one competitive towards the end. We'll see how they handle this one. Orr has the puck, gives it to Helmrich. Wimay. Over to Mills. Stops. Starts again. Stops. Starts again. Passes. Flipped in front. Shot. Helmrich with it. Does it go in? It does not. Once again, the Steels get away with one. And that one goes out of the zone. Orr's going to pick that one up, but the puck luck definitely falling towards the Steel. And that gets ripped back in. Orr's going to try to collect it. Burstein asking for it at the blue line. That pass a little bit strong off the tape. Goes into the corner. Malari doesn't get it past the blue line. Orr throws it back in. Now it's turned over. Stays in. Orr with it again. Takes a shot. And that one's going to come out. She's going to have to chase. With 42 seconds to go on this power play, Wild need to get something going here. Harris holds. Passes to Thurston. Shields. That stays in play. And a chance for Burstein. That backhand not held cleanly, but that one gets swept out. Burstein once again just cutting towards the net. And she's going to set up again on the blue line, looking for that long pass. It doesn't get through. And now it's going to be Mills chasing it. Penalty is over. Shot in front. That puck just flutters a little bit and then goes only as far as the blue line. Steel still have it. Askenazi going into the corner. Turns and looks for some help. Gets to Horner Pasco. And now taken away for a moment by Mills. Now Burstein has it. She's 1-on-2 here, but gonna go as far as she can. Holds up. Spins it back in, but that pass was stolen. Askenazi in the lane there. Blong with a good move. Blong with a shot. That's deflected. Good defense there by Bennett. She had a 3-on-1, and Bennett was there defensively, clogging the middle, and it worked. And now she gets the puck, gets rid of it. That's going to go for an icing as the penalty, well, there's no penalty going on here, so she just needed a breather. And you can see her, she's gassed, sitting there on her knee, trying to get some oxygen, Paul.
Yeah, they tried, and of course an icing call, which means she can't quite come off and have a break yet, so.
Every time I see that one, it's anxiety as the puck rolls, smoothly skids towards that line, and it is snatched away at the last moment. Shields wins that one for a moment. Now it goes back to McLean. McLean fires it up in the air. Hand pass called. I didn't see that one either, Nate. While I have a moment, I'm going to give some shout out here to all of our help. Chris, thank you very much for everything you've done this year. Very, very appreciated. Nate on a camera almost every game. That's awesome. And Paul, thank you for joining us here. Michael Domigan, thank you very much. Everard, Eve, shout outs to all of you. We couldn't do it without you. 15 seconds to go in the second, and it's Burstein trying to get a pass to herself off the boards, and now her and Jones kind of go at it a little bit. That puck kind of comes out to the crease and misplayed by McLean, but nobody home for the Wild. Helmrich with it, and that is time. Probably a good moment for the Steel to end the second period, but just one goal apiece. It settled back down, Paul, and it's still a 4-goal lead.
Yeah, certainly did, and much better performance out of the Wild that period, as they needed to do. But, you know, it's still a 4-point gap, and that's going to be very, very hard to close when you're playing against a team like this who are playing at their best and sinking their own.
Well, I think it's going to be, it's not exactly empty net kind of stuff here as we take a look at the period summary. Horner Pasco scoring early, Harris getting it back at almost the same time, and it was Horner Pasco's penalty that actually, it wasn't a power play goal, I don't believe, but may have led a little bit to that. Yeah, I expect this third period will be an interesting one in the sense that the Wild have nothing to lose, and it is the Steel that are going to have to hold on. But they've done a great job defensively so far, and Yeah, the Wild, if they have any offense in them, now is the time, right?
Yeah, and other teams, if you're 4 ahead heading into the third, you might just play a defensive game in period 3. I don't think Steele's going to do that. I don't think they've got it in them. I think they want to score goals. They want to get out there, and we're going to see them have another few cracks at it before this game's over.
Yeah, we're just giving Nate a little bit of a chance to get the camera sorted. We did see the Zamboni go by, and of course, can't bring it to you, but earlier in the day, that was all the rage. So thank you, chat. Hey, and while we're there, chat, I did see the request for the Robblehead. Yeah, I'll see what we can do. At the very least, I bet we can get a trading card done. But as you say, give the people what you want. We will do the best we can, because I know a few people. So that is a great idea. Thanks, chat. We will see you guys in about 10 minutes. We will let the resurfacing happen, the second intermission occur, and be back for what will be a blazing third period to decide the Golden Cup. We'll see you back here in a little bit. Thanks, everybody.
One, two, three, four. Well, I chipped my tooth on a tangerine, and the jaybird singing something about the way things used to be. Now I'm dancing on a wire like a cheap paper tiger, strumming on a heartstring stereo to a song that no one knows, and it goes like this. Hey, hey, yeah, said it goes like this. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. Yeah. So I pack my bags and I'm on my way. And all my friends are upside down, but I get around okay. Now I'm dancing on a tightrope, oh, like some silly little psycho. Only one way out of this two-lane town, and around we go, and it goes like this. Oh yeah, say it goes like this. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. Oh, 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 oh. Da 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 da. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got my head in the clouds so high, feet on the ground, but I still get by. Rules were made for someone else to try, but not me, not me. Ooh, they say slow down, some take your time, but I was born running every stop sign. Sky is the limit, no chance to hold. Sky is the limit, I'm breaking the mold. Sky is the limit, I'm out of control tonight. Every doubt just feeds the flame. Every scar reminds me why I came. I've been broke, I've been blessed, carry faith in an empty chest till now. The stars are down like good old friends, saying, boy, don't stop where the sky just ends. Sky is the limit, no chance to hold. Sky is
Kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez here with Paul Matthews, and we are about to get started with the final period, period 3, coming up for the NZWIHL Grand Finals. Golden Cup on the line, and we have the Auckland Steel up by 4 goals, 6-2. And Paul, that was a lot less offense in that prior period, a lot more tactical play.
Yeah, that's right. The pace of this game has certainly been higher than the previous ones we've seen over this weekend, and actually most of them that we've seen during the regular season as well. So they've stepped up for the final, as you'd expect them to. But you've got to say it's certainly going in Auckland Steel's way at the moment. That 6-2, that's going to be a very, very difficult number to sort of claw back into for the Wakatipu Wild. They're certainly going to give it a go. The bench is alive, their heads are out. They've got one mission and they're going to go out there and try and deliver on that. So I wouldn't write them off entirely yet, but it's a very big uphill battle from here.
Well, it will be uphill, but the most important thing that we need to see here, I'm really interested. Next goal is going to be big because either you start building hope or you start letting it get away.
Dashing it.
Yeah, so it always is. The first goal in the third period is a pretty big thing. It looks like we're holding off for just a minute. There's an issue over on the bench. I think it's the door. They're just pulling everybody off the ice for a moment. And I guess it's not that big of a deal. They're going to go back out there in just a little bit. Well, that's good. We can get some hockey going here.
Yeah, the doors here do sometimes jam up a little bit. Usually give them a bit of a bang and they come right and they're good after that. Probably the same in many rinks around the world.
Indeed.
Speaking of around the world, as you mentioned earlier, it's great to see people tuning in from all around the world. Back in Minnesota, it's a little after 1:30 in the morning and probably similar elsewhere where people are watching from.
And we're back underway. Auckland Steel have a 2-on-1 here. Long with a shot, kick save. Wimay picks it up, and we are underway here for the third. Does that puck stay in? It sure does. Good move there by Horner Pascoe. She gets the puck pulled away from her, but a very adept move. Good hands again. Chopping away at it. Now Blong has it, going in the zone. Tries to pull it past, and that doesn't quite work. Thomas trying to hold on to it. Does. Blong has it. Blong waits. Burstein back out on the ice. Blong. Burstein takes that puck away from her. And that goes out halfway. Played high stick, but it is cleared, and Hidvegi is going to bring it back in. Drop pass. Burstein with it. Burstein lets it out. And it is the Steel bossing possession here at the start of the third period. It's a pretty clear edict. It is hold the puck first, shoot second for the Steel to start with, and that pass goes in toward Askenazi. Shot, Murray right through the slot, but it was very visible, and a stop and glove save by Wickman.
Yeah, good sequence of play leading into that. I agree with you in terms of the tactics from the Steel.
And a minute and a half in, and that's exactly what we're seeing. It is Harris with the puck, Wild with it. And the Wild have to move it out of their own zone here first. They give it up. Jones is back to collect this one. Can't decide whether to leave it or take it. And it is the Wild with it for a moment. Shields comes in and saves the day for the moment for the Steel. But once again, that's passed around. The Wild have possession. It's just not controlled possession. And they still have it here. Harris at the blue line. Long shot in, looking for a deflection, but can't happen as that is a little bit past Mills' stick. Puck left behind the goal. The Wild getting a change and a lost stick, but now it's Malari skating in quickly. Shot and a hold by Wickman. And for all of the work that the Wild have done to try to get that possession going over there, a quick little move by Malari moves that face-off 100 feet left.
Yeah, and 2 shots on goal for the Steel.
I'm sorry, I should say 30 meters, shouldn't I? Anyway, sorry, that's a habit.
Those watching from the other side of the world will probably appreciate it. Yeah.
They probably will. Patron knocking it away. Long over the blue line. Long skates back, leaves it for Patron. Patron has to jump in front, loses the puck. Now Burstein has it on the right side, 1-on-2 over the blue line, skates sideways, holds up, looks for a pass, passes in the middle, doesn't get through as she had a couple of players cutting, but good defense there by the Steel. And they now have the puck control, and it is Long with it. Long waiting, and a long pass forward to the blue line. Horner Pasco with it, loses it, or has it now, going behind, and it's Mills for the Wild. She gets that taken away from her for a moment, but now that is stolen by Richmond. Chance there, Askenazy with a shot. It was more of a deflection, and Wickman with a save.
Yeah, I just saw that one sneaking through. They can be a bit of a nightmare sometimes. It's almost a little bit tricky for the goaltender to see those ones that are in close and moving slowly, but she was onto it this time.
Askenazy wins that face-off, but she gets it back, actually, and it goes around the boards. It's Mills picking it Weeks getting that one. Askenazy fighting for it at the doors. And it's Stiles getting it away. Just coming out of the zone now, the Wild with it. Wimay trying to track it down. Richmond has the puck. Wimay all over her. Wimay gets it back. Wimay looking for the pass, goes behind the goal, gets it again, tries to pass it, still has it though. Wimay out to the right side, and that's stolen away by Thomas. Stiles picks it up. They quickly try to turn that back. They leave the puck behind for a moment. Thurston throwing it in. Burstein chases this. She's going to get to it first. In front chance, and that was very close to getting a one-timer in front of the crease, but it was a little too close to the crease. And that puck gets sent the length of the ice as the Steel come back. There is a call here, penalty coming up, and it will be, I did not see that sign, Nate. Hook, it was a hook. It's funny when you see a hook from the side, you can't really tell what it is. Let's see, and it will be Stiles going off. That is not, yes indeed, a hook. Not what the Wakatipu Wild need at that moment. They are now down a player and 4 goals. And I think the best thing that they can do is kind of shoot it down there and try to get some sort of a shorthander. Use the non-icing time against the Steel, but it is the Steel with possession. High box. Playing, it's more of a 3-man down by the crease. Steel with it. Horner Pasco has the puck, passes it along the blue line. Chopped down. Askenazy gives it back to Horner Pasco. Tries to go across the ice, does. Falling pass, now Askenazy walks it in. Helmet save there as that one goes off the face of Wickman. Patron down deep. Horner Pasco takes a big shot, but it comes out just as quickly. Long going around the net. Bennett's chopping away. Long with a shot. Another shot. A couple of close ones there. Wickman up to the task. They are having a great old time banging on the glass down there.
Yeah, I was just trying to work out which team they're supporting. But
I don't think they care.
No, exactly.
Blong with it now at the blue line. Walks in and turns it over. This is a chance here. It's a chance. Burstein all alone. Shorthanded. Shoots. Good save there by Henry, but a big rebound. And that was a close one, but exactly what the Wild need. And that is going to go for an icing against the Steel. 36 seconds to go in their power play. But Burstein going straight up the middle. Very close to getting one back there. It did get by for just a second, but Henry, again with the puck luck, everything kind of falling away for the Auckland Steel to continue with that 4-goal lead. Patron's going to have this one after the faceoff. Patron leading. Wime trying to defend that one. Goes to Murray over the line. Murray waits, drop pass, not dropped in the right spot. And Thomas has it, has to go back in. 4 on this side here for the Steel. All kind of ganged up on this near side. Jones with it, a space back out. Jones gives it back, Thomas passes it forward, gets it rejected. And that one's going to come from Mills. She leaves the ice after throwing the puck down. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Wime on the forecheck, 4 up top. Every defender down there for the Wild on the offense. And now Shields passes it to Murray. Murray chops at it, comes out of the zone, and it is Malari that takes control. Pass forward to Shields. Shields trying to chop at that spinning puck. Now to Malari, and gets moved around. Wild with it. Good defense there by Harris. And now Malari brings it over the blue line. Good poke check. Patron with it. Left behind, and now it's Harris. Harris has a lane here. Maybe goes to Mills, but no. Instead tries a sort of a shot there, and that gets knocked aside. Kept in the zone, bursting into the corner. And now Patron works it out to Blong. Blong goes over the line, takes a shot, blocker save. That was a quick one. Came out with a very hot rebound off that backboard, but the Wild handle it. And there you go, offensive, high shot. Bennett's, boy, that was a good one. Glove save. It kind of tipped the top and goes out of play into the netting behind the goal.
And it gives both teams a chance to put some fresh legs on the rink. Quite a long period of play there. A couple of the minutes to do it. In fact, Wild had a defensive change that Bennett almost took advantage of and couldn't quite get a control of the puck, but otherwise she would have had a run on net.
Jones with it now after the faceoff. Bennett throws it back in, deflected, no icing here. Mills trying to get a hold of it, Weeks up there as well. 3 all behind or close to the net. And that's a turnover. Couldn't hold the puck in though. Now Mills and Weeks. And Malari ends up with the puck. Malari's going to turn around and go up the ice herself, over the red line, over the blue line.
And over out of the rink.
That was a weird one. It just kind of skipped up and hit somebody and went cleanly out. So face-off is going to be at the offside dot here. Well, I'm going to move it back. I think that was where it first went out, apparently. Anyway, Burstein's going to take this one up against Askenazy. And Burstein wins it, but it gets turned quickly by Thomas. Thomas is going to go over the blue line, looking for the pass, does exactly that, but it's a little too high for Murray. And it goes over the stick, out of the zone, and a 2-on-1 developing here for Burstein. Burstein on the left, looking for the pass, shot, and Thurston just misses the goal. It was a great pass, but the finish left begging there as the Wild nearly got their 3rd goal. And Richmond giving it up, chopped away by Sangster. Burstein out there, Burstein taking the puck away. Burstein in front, high backhand shot, another chance. She's not going out without shooting all the bullets that she's got, and it is Stiles with it. Mills, Steele with it. Warner Pascoe plays it into the corner, and we have reached the halfway mark of the 3rd period. Stiles playing into the board there. With 10 minutes to go, the Wild need a lot of offense quickly, or this will be another championship for the Auckland Steel. Mills chops at it. Stiles leaves it alone. It is Harris throwing it in, getting rid of it to Patron. Orr's got to chase this one down for the Wild. Does that, comes back up the ice. Orr throwing it in. Paul, I think this is one of those situations where you'd have liked to have seen the Wild take this strategy from the get-go. And it might be a different outcome, but it does require taking a bit of a chance.
Yeah, they certainly gave it a crack earlier on, but they were a little bit overwhelmed, weren't they? Especially with those early goals.
Yeah, Malari passing that back to the blue line. It goes out of the zone. McLean can't hold that in. They're offside. Orr picks it up. Everybody tags. Goes behind the boards. Bennett sends it back to Orr. Sangstrom. Turned over, shot. Doesn't get through. Turnover to the Steel. In front, Malari turns around with a shot. That one gets deflected off a stick and it ends up in Wickman's catching hand. And they get a face-off in the offensive zone for the Steel.
Yeah, we're seeing quite regularly when they do move it up the rink, four of them sort of crowding in the goal down the other end. So throwing a few chances, seeing if they can get it through. They haven't managed to sink one yet, but if they keep that up, it's certainly going to pay some dividends.
Hidvegi with the very long shot, kicked aside, and the Wild play it out. Up to Weeks. Weeks takes it over the line. Loses it to Richmond for a moment. Shot, tough angle shot there, and that's going to go out of the zone. Wild need to catch up with that. It'll be Harris to take it first. Pass to Wime. Wime over the line. Shot. Oh, and that one kind of caught Henry off guard. And Wime shuffled away from the crease as she was digging away. But it looked like that puck was just outside of the net there, Paul.
Yeah, that's right. And again, another reasonably quick change. We had most of them change at the last stoppage about 30 or 40 seconds ago. So those legs are getting pretty tired now, so they'll certainly be relishing the opportunity to take a quick break before jumping back on.
Steel have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Keith chopping away at it, but loses the puck, and it is the Wild. They're going to move this one out. Pass forward to Burstein. And now Blong has it. Blong skates the other way. Over the red line, blue line. Blong on the left side. Skates. Shot, and a held puck by Wickman, who holds everything up. And frankly, that plays right into the Auckland Steel hands as far as taking some time. And that last face-off was at 7:58. That just cut another half a minute off and gets them that much closer to the cup.
Yeah. You have to admire this Wild side. They're certainly not giving up at this stage. They're still throwing everything they possibly can at it. It's starting to become insurmountable as we watch the clock tick down to a little under 7.5, but they're still giving it everything and they're not going to give up.
Malari keeping it for a moment, but now it goes out of the zone. It'll be Ricky McLean catching up to that puck, getting it to Jamie Jones for a moment. Now played by Wime. Kristen Wime doing everything she can to play this one out. Oh, and a good hit there by Stiles, but I think that's going to be considered too much. I'm guessing it'll be an illegal hit. I'm not positive if that was a board or not. It is illegal hit, and it'll be Stiles going to sit for two. Jones, I don't know if she was the recipient of that or not. I think she was. Kind of hit her jaw a little bit, looks like. Power play coming up. Power play for the Steel.
Yeah, this is definitely not what the Steel needs with a little under 7 minutes to go. 4 down on the board.
Long with it. Patron, across the way, Horner Pasco shot that one, it hit the side netting, and that one does go in as it whips around. Power play goal for the Steel. They make it 7-2, and are pretty much shut the door on this one here at Christchurch. We will see how this ends up, but it was Rosser, I believe. We'll see here if it's, no, that goes around, and then it comes back. Yes, indeed, Rosser with the puck knocking it home for the 7th goal of the Auckland Steel's night. Power play is over, obviously, as we're back to 5-on-5, and it is a 5-goal lead for the Steel with 6 minutes and change left in this one. Golden Cup looking very Steelist-ish colored right about now.
Yeah, it's certainly looking like it's going to spend the next year up north, up in Auckland. It's still time, but you'd have to say that this one's pretty close to decided.
Shot and a save there. That was a good one by Wickman, as that looked like it may have gone through traffic. She holds on to it, and we get another face-off on that side. This has been a complete performance by the Steel. It kind of reminds me of what we saw yesterday against the Inferno in the 3rd period, where it just felt like even if you were keeping it somewhat close, it would hold it away from you. Player goes down there, that's going to be a penalty. And we'll see, it looks like Shields going here. Indeed, Hannah Shields off for 2 minutes here.
Tripping call, I believe.
Yeah.
So
There's
off she goes for the next 2 minutes. Gives the Wild a chance to try a little something here at least.
Well, I have to say this has got to be the last chance kind of thing here. And I can say that because you're going to have 6 on the ice. The empty net is part of what's going on already. With 6 minutes to go, the Wild have pulled the goalie. And why not with a 5-goal lead? The thing about this, though, is that the Steel have no compunction whatsoever to not take a shot. There is no icing right now for the next 2 minutes or until there's a goal. So a 6-on-4 is what we have. Burstein with it now. Burstein skating backwards with Blong on her tail there. That's turned over. Patron takes a rip, but it is Bennett's covering that lane, and it's a good thing. They turn that over. Blong wanting to get another one. Now Burstein has the puck. She's going to bring it in the zone on her own. Chops away at it. Gives it to Mills, but a little bit behind the stick. And swept away. That one might be on target here. It's close. No. So we continue play, of course, with Bennett's. And 1 minute and 7 seconds to go on this power play. It is 6-on-4 on skaters here. Harris with a low shot. They continue in the corner here. Pulled away, and now Murray has it. Murray with a shot. Murray with a rip. Murray with a goal over the red line there, and that will do it. 8-2. Auckland Steel running away with this one, as the Wild unable to hold on to that during the power play. That is a heck of a shot from distance there.
Yeah, it certainly is. You've got to ask yourself, what would a team need to do to beat this Auckland Steel team playing the way that they're playing today and through the season, actually? What would a team need to do?
Well, what they have not done all season is lose. So, yeah, that is, they are approaching 14 games and 14 wins, which is just an unbelievable record for them in what is a tough league to, undefeated hockey is just something to behold there. They did have that overtime win in Dunedin as their only blemish, if you can even call it that, because they did get the win. And now the Steel continue with it. That one bounces back. And now they're just taking long shots. Goaltender back out on the ice. Is it Hopa Thompson? 20, or it's not Wickman, right?
I think it is Wickman. I think it is.
We'll get that name for you in just a minute here. Or Burstein with it. Gives it up. 2-on-1 developing. Pass across. Can't pull the trigger is Mills. That bounces across the crease. Orr has it now. And now the Steel try to move that out. Wild hold it in for a moment. Helmrich with a shot. And Henry jumps on top of it.
Yeah, and again, the Wild are still going to put everything into this. They're still playing right up until the last second, so they're not holding back. It'll be interesting to see, as you say, the Steel are just shooting from afar now, keeping it packed down the other end when they can. They've got not too much to worry about now. Even if they conceded a goal or two, still not going to come close at the stage of the game.
The puck comes around the backboards there. It goes in front. Everybody's going to want to get on the score sheet for the Steel if they can, but within reason here. Askenazy knocked away off the board here. Hidvegi getting rid of it. Goes to Harris. Harris knocked over. And here comes Askenazy. 2-on-1, takes a shot, blocked and sent out of the zone. And it's Harris tracking back and giving it up to Rosser. Low shot in, sticked aside into the glass. Styles pressuring, stealing. And that one goes past Bennett. We'll go a long ways down here, but Keith is going to skate this one out. Gets there, passes in front, turns over to the Wild. Steele with a flip in. A chance there. Looked like it was Horner Pascoe, couldn't pull the trigger on it. Good defense there. Rosser to Patron. Under 2 minutes to go here. Chopped in by Orr. Patron. And Blong. Keefe lets this one go. Goes to Orr. Orr passes and gets it to Weeks. Sent out to Shields. Off boards. Helmrich. Across the ice, and the Steel just playing keep away for a moment. Now Shields has it. Shields leaves it behind for Malari, but that's turned back. Wime doing what she can against Jones. Jones takes it away. And this one will go a long ways. I'm not sure if it's icing. It will be. Icing called with 55 seconds to go. Paul, I just wanted to say a personal thank you for joining us for all of the games here in Christchurch. It's not easy to just jump into this, and I think the stories that you've added this year, really want to say I do appreciate it, and I think the viewers do as well.
Well, I must say it's been fun, and I've got the easy job. Just, as you say, get to inject the odd story here and there, the play-by-play. For those that haven't done it, it's a very hard job. So I think what you've been doing. And of course, the other part of it is you look after a lot of the setup and a lot of the technical stuff going on here as well. So you've been putting a massive effort in.
Well,
I think it's fantastic.
The less technical I can get, the better off we are. So we're working on that. But I want to say a thank you to the entire team one more time, because this has been a lot of work this year. And as we watch the end of this one here between the Auckland Steel and the Wakatipu Wild, this was always going to be a tough game for the Wild. They've battled hard today, but the Auckland Steel have shown exactly what it takes to be champions again of the NZWIHL The Auckland Steel win this one today, 8-2, and complete the perfect season. 14 games, 14 wins, and a massive performance all year long by the Auckland Steel. They are your NZWIHL champions for 2026.
Yeah, really good combination of some super strong players, but more to the point, they can actually work together as a team. And you know, when you get those two things happening, it's very hard to counter that. Often you'll see strong players, or a team of strong players not working as a team, and there's a few kinks in the armour, but I just don't know what you would need to do to beat this team next year.
Yeah, we have to talk about that next year, though.
Yeah.
This year, they were unbeatable.
Absolutely unbeatable. Yeah.
So the Wild, let's not forget about what happened for them. They are here and they are going to receive some silver medals because they managed to bump themselves up one notch on the podium this weekend. So big ups to the Wakatipu Wild. They came into this seated third and have ended the weekend in second place. And I think they're gonna shake hands here. Yes, they are, so let's do that. And congratulations to both teams in the handshake line here. They're about to give out the hardware as well. And this will be a good one, but we will give a little breathing room here as all of the awards and things come out. Our intrepid boss, Michael Domigan, out there setting up a camera. And there's a table down there.
A little bit of personal news. I've just been informed that I won the raffle.
You're serious?
No, serious, yeah. I bought a couple of tickets
oh
just
my
before
goodness.
the game, and they run a 50-50 raffle. It's to support the under-16s heading off to Nationals. So.
Okay, so here's the thing, Paul. As a volunteer, that is one heck of a score for you. Well done.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I did say before the game, if I remember correctly, that you should pop down and grab a ticket.
Yeah, well, see that now. That's the thing. We'll talk about that. But as they go through the handshake line with the officials, you did tell me. But see, that's dead money because you knew you were going to win somehow. I don't know how, but you did it. So there's Michael taking some photos of it. There, say hi to Michael. There he is. Yep. He's the one that gets the sneaky photography, and we were talking about off air. That's the one.
Yeah.
Well,
two fantastic teams out here, and Wild really did everything they could have on this. They played a great game. Really strong spirit in that team as well. You know, you see it on the bench and the way they support each other, the noise they make. Really a fantastic effort from a great team from down south in the Wakatipu. But today's really all about the Steel and the effort they've put in over this entire season. As you say, unbeaten. It's been the same. I think they lost two in one weekend last year, but other than that, they've been unbeaten for about 4 years. So it's
it's an amazing run. Yeah, I don't want to mess it up with any of the stats that I don't have right in front of me, but they're defending champions. They've been champions. It is not unlike the Stampede. It is the only thing you can really call it is another dynasty, and they are an amazing club. And that is Horner Pascoe going to pick up one of the awards. Team MVP award, actually. This is the time where I need to pay attention, right? So they're announcing on the other side, but I will make sure that we announce that. And that was Jasmine Horner Pascoe, team MVP for the Auckland Steel. There we go, a little closer on the camera. And here's a good award. Angela Godfrey, team MVP for the Canterbury Inferno.
Yeah, she's had a fantastic season as well, as a number of their players have, but very well deserved.
The Dunedin Thunder Women MVP is Abby Heel. Leonie is accepting on her behalf. Leonie Goodman.
And good to see about 6 or 7, I think I can count, Dunedin Thunder players did end up hanging around. As you say, the Vans did have to head down south, but a few of them managed to stay on, which is great to see.
And to nobody's surprise here, the Wakatipu Wild team MVP, Kelly Burstein. Well done, Kelly. Top point scorer. No surprise here. Katja Blanc with 35 points.
Yeah, stellar effort really over the season. Very consistent as well. When you look at each of the games, she's done incredibly well.
And the most sportswoman-like player goes to none other than Jordan Wickman from the Wakatipu Wild. I think everybody would agree with this one.
Like even when they were about 4 down, she was still boogieing when the music came on. She, you could see her boistering her team, and yeah, very good award.
So the league top forward, the best forward, is again Abby Heel. Leonie Goodman picking that up, accepting it on her behalf. Well done to Abby Heel. Best defense, Brooke Patron, Auckland Steel. Next up will be top goaltender. Leonie Goodman is getting up here quite a bit, as it is Samantha Winder, who is the Dunedin Thunder Women's goaltender and top goaltender for the year for the NZWIHL. Under 18 MVP, none other than LJ, Lucy Jane Hart, winning it for the Canterbury Inferno.
Yeah, another well-deserved award. She's had a cracker of a season herself. The Inferno didn't quite end up where they wanted to, but these players have played their absolute hearts out. No pun intended.
And well-deserved league MVP, Katja Blanc from the Auckland Steel.
A big thank you to Kelly Schultz, the general manager of the league.
Well done to one and all. I think those awards were definitely going to the right people in that case.
Yeah, I was thinking about that with that last one. It's there were certainly some contenders there, but you couldn't really see it going any other way, could you?
No, not at all. That was probably the easiest award session to determine who goes for what. That was exactly what we saw all year long. And now for the silver medals, the Wakatipu Wild. Of course, coming first was Wickman. And they will go across and say hello to all of their fellow competitors. A silver medal well earned. And congratulations to the Wakatipu Wild silver medalists, 2026, the NZWIHL. And now for the most shiny of medals, it is time. The Auckland Steel collect much better than steel, they get gold. Their steely resolve, of course, getting them to that perfect season. And they go for the handshakes as well.
They're certainly showing tonight why they have run so long without too much in the way of a loss. Absolute stellar performance. Well-deserved gold.
And once again, congratulations to the Auckland Steel gold medalists here for the 2026 NZWIHL season. But that leads us with one very important thing left here. The Golden Cup.
And we now call on the captain of Auckland Steel, James Jones, to present the Golden Cup 2020.
And Jamie Jones.
Let's hear it for Auckland Steel.
Jamie Jones, come get your cup. There you go. Hey. Hey, there it is. Auckland Steel with the cup. Outstanding. So, Paul, you may have noticed this. There's a little bit of a camera in there. If you're ever on the social medias, I cannot wait to see how this comes out. They're going to skate that one around. But yeah, there's a 360 camera right in the middle of that thing.
I wondered what I saw them screwing that on. I was thinking, that's a funny thing to
It is a
put
funny
in the
looking.
middle of a cup. Yeah.
Well, you know, you don't want to put a dent in the thing, so, you know, you got to do it carefully. Oh, yeah, let's, Chris, are we down there? Let's move that camera over to Nate here. There we go. Perfect. It's a great tradition, everybody getting to lift the cup. That's awesome.
I suspect their celebrations are going to go for a few hours yet.
Oh, they're just getting started, Paul.
Yeah. Hopefully the flights aren't too early in the morning.
Indeed. So with that, we are going to wrap it up here. Another season closed for the NZWIHL. And we'd like to thank you here from Christchurch for everybody coming down for the playoffs. Everybody that was in the stands, thank you very much. Hey, chat. Shout out to you, chat. Thank you very much for joining us and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. We will be back here. We've got the entire men's playoffs coming up here with the NZIHL semifinals next weekend. We'll be waiting for that one. Two very big matchups between the Stampede and Red Devils and the Thunder and Admirals coming up in the semifinals next weekend. And then one more finals just like this in an arena to be determined. So actually we know it's not going to be this one, but we will get to that when it's time for the men's. Today it is the Auckland Steel. For everybody here, including Paul Matthews, I'm Matt Chavez. Thank you for joining us. And we will let them close this out. Hey, with a lot of fun and a golden cup. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next time.
Enjoyed it, actually. Yeah.